Hello friends, welcome. Friends, one of the most confusing thing in the overall telecom sector is data reporting. Data reporting is so confusing that the definition of what the data tells us is not explicitly stated in any of the reporting which the operator does either to TRAI or to the stock market. And therefore, there is a huge discrepancy between the data that they report to stock market and what they report to TRAI. And people can't do any kind of triangulation, and we have to do all kind of speculation. So friends, just to trigger this debate and to kind of invite some kind of response from my viewers, I did this video deliberately with an assumption that M2M numbers are included in the TRAI reporting by the operators. Right? So one of my viewers came back and said that, no, sir, your video, let's say if you look at this comment, sir, Bharti does not include M2M subscriber in the total wireless sub, while other operators do. I checked it individually with the company. So this is one of my viewers. He raised this doubt. So friends, as expected, some kind of comments have started showing up, which led me to investigate this further and to create another video to everybody to kind of make yourself your mind, just to come up with a clear-cut understanding as to what is going on, why there is such discrepancy in data reporting, and nobody is complaining that TRAI and the operator should come out with a clear definition what their reporting structure is all about. So friends, in this video, we will go point by point, operator by operator, and map their reporting with the TRAI reporting and do some speculation. And you yourself will tell me what is this going on and why people are not raising this question that operators and TRAI needs to be explicit in their data reporting so that there is no confusion. It's a huge confusion and you will break your head and you will not be able to figure out anything. All this data that is being thrown in the public domain is of no use. And let me give you my reasons. So friends, we will go step by step. First, we will go to Bharti. Let me just kill this sudden pop-up. Okay. So let me just go to Bharti. Now Bharti, I have aggregated the Bharti's data in this Excel sheet, and I'm going to show you from where this data has emanated. So this is the Excel sheet right in front of you. These are the quarter level data. March, December, September, June, then March 2024, 23, December, like that, right? So we have got this quarter level data here. The top line which is visible is the Bharti's customer data, which is extracted from their KPI statement. And I'm assuming this does not include M2M, right? So these are the numbers. Let's go and cross check one of the number, 361.59, right? This is the mobile service customer base for Bharti for the March quarter 2025. So this is the March quarter 2025 and see 361.59, right? So we have cross checked this. Now let's stay in this report for a while. Here Bharti gives, this is the operational performance India with mobile customer services, total customer base, mobile services, and there is a customer base which I marked with yellow, quarter by quarter, and there is a postpaid as reported in India segment. This line has been shown here. Postpaid segment of Bharti is 25.8 million. And postpaid including M2M is this, right? Now, this number, I am assuming it includes 25.8 because it will be highly surprised that they will not include this. But this number, 60.7, has to be netted out from 25.28. When you net this number out, you come up with this number. Let me go to that Excel sheet. And you'll see that 25.88, 60.70 minus 25.88 is 34.82. And this is the M2M subscriber numbers, which TRAI has reported in their statement, and you'll see that the last quarter subscription statement, this is 34.82 for Bharti for 31st March 2025, and let's go and have a look. Check 34.82, right? The number matches. Now friends, in this same Excel sheet, you will find this row, mobile services quarterly report for TRAI. So you look at these numbers. Now, if the TRAI number does not include M2M, then this number 361.59 should be equal to this number 389.80. So why this number 389.80 is higher than 361.59? Why it is like that? Why the TRAI numbers reported by Bharti is higher? Because if I subtract 361.59 from 389.80, we come out with a number which is 28.21, which is close to this number of 34.82. Does not match exactly, but it is close, right? So the question that we have to ask is that why these two different numbers for the same quarter by Bharti? One is to the stock market, which I presume includes postpaid, but does not include M2M. And why the TRAI number is 389.8, which is higher than by the stock exchange number of Bharti of 361.59 by 28.21. Do you have an answer to this question? Why this is like this, right? So does it not give us a kind of a sense that this number, which is TRAI quarterly report, has to be something on top of the Bharti's prepaid and postpaid subscriber and the FWA subscribers, right? Because FWA, it was very, very marginal. We can simply ignore it, right? It has to be like that. But because why there is such a big difference? And the problem is that this number, 28.21, does not even match with the 34.82 number. That is another problem. So friend, that is why I'm asking this question, that why it is like that. And it is very strange, friends. Let me give you some more insight. Look at this number, which is the difference between the TRAI number, that is the stock exchange number of Bharti, as per the KPI number, and the TRAI number, it is here. And these numbers are negative and increasingly becoming negative, right? You see? Which means that the disparity was higher in the June quarter, September quarter, than what the number is in the March quarter. Why it should be like that? The disparity is kind of reducing. And if you look at the M2M number, the M2M number is increasing because M2M number was lower, right? In the June quarter where the disparity was very high. So friends, let me ask you this question. How can this whole thing, is moving in two different directions? Here, M2M numbers are increasing. Here, the negativity is decreasing. The negative numbers are actually increasing here. So this here, negative numbers are increasing. Here, M2M numbers are decreasing. Which means that even if we consider this as the TRAI number includes M2M number, that also does not match. That also does not match. So I am completely clueless what is, because TRAI report, if you go down below TRAI report, each and every note that you check in the TRAI report, TRAI will not tell you explicitly whether that number includes. It will simply say wireless. Now you end up presuming that it is wireless because operator in their stock exchange reporting classify that as postpaid. Now, if you classify that as a subscriber as a postpaid subscriber, so it is a subscriber. It has got an IMEI number. It must be having a name. So if it is a subscriber, it has to be a part of the wireless ecosystem or the wireless, universe of the operator or not. So why the TRAI report is different from the operator's report? I have no clue, friends. And this is exactly what you guys should be asking. The operators and the TRAI, why these two numbers are different and why the M2M numbers and these difference does not match, right? Now, friends, let's go to the second part and then we'll go to Vodafone. How did Bharti calculate ARPU? Now, Bharti calculates ARPU based on this number. This number which they report, which includes probably the postpaid customer numbers, not the M2M numbers. So if you divide this, let me show you that our mobile mobile service average revenue per user. This is the line: 245, 233, 200. So you can very easily come out with this number because they also report this number in the wireless revenue. So this number is nothing but this divided by this. I'm going to show you the calculation. It is very simple. So you see this number divided by this number divided by 3. So this number comes out to be because it is a month per month number. So you come out with exactly 240, 245. You may not come out exactly 245, but this is roundabout, you can say, matching as you go forward here. So this is the value, this is the customer that the Bharti is using to calculate their ARPU. So is it that Bharti conveniently including those subscribers in this basket, which are giving them higher number, and excluding every other subscriber, which are depressing their ARPU and putting in the TRAI is reporting? Is it what Bharti is trying to do? And why there is a difference? Why the M2M numbers are not adding? Because if assume that the M2M numbers are not part of the TRAI report, then what is this difference? Are they dummy subscribers? Can there be such a huge dummy subscriber of around 35 million out of a kitty of 373 million? Let's say 35 divided by 373. How much it is? It is almost like 10%. So 10% will be dummy subscribers. That is another thing which is possible. So the point then, why this has been bracketed under postpaid then? The total subscribers. Because they say that they are reporting in under separate. So this is one question I could not figure out, friends, as far as Bharti is concerned. Now let's go to Vodafone. So when I went to Vodafone, I found something very interesting in case of Vodafone. Now Vodafone reports subscriber base end of period. So this is the subscriber base end of period. You go to the quarterly report, it is right in front of me. You go here and you will see that end of period numbers are listed here. See, subscriber base end of period, right? And then they have a post-pay subscriber down below. And then they explicitly call out their customer ARPU without M2M. So they are saying customer ARPU without excluding M2M, and they are saying customer revenue including M2M. Definitely, if they are excluding M2M, they must be the other top line has to be including M2M. So which means that while calculating ARPU, Vodafone is using M2M and not using M2M, and Bharti is only having one single metric of calculating ARPU, which is excluding M2M. Which means that M2M as a subscriber, so let's go to Bharti again, M2M as a subscriber, which is 34.82, should be part of some basket. Which is that basket, friends? Right? As far as Bharti is concerned. Now let's go to Vodafone Idea. Now Vodafone Idea, as I told you, this is the line, which is, they're reporting the stock market, right? March 25, the latest number is 198.2. TRAI reported number is this here. You see that there is a difference between this and this, because what I've done in case of Bharti, I did a reverse subtraction. I have subtracted this from this. Here I am doing a reverse. Sorry for that, friend. It will be a little confusing. But if you do subtract this from this, you see these are the numbers, which is kind of tapering down. It was very high in the initial stage, 18.8. So 18.8 means 18.8 divided by how much? 247.2. Roughly around 8%, right? So this was 8%. Now, what is the number here? 8 divided by, so let me just go back here. 8 divided by 198.2. Sorry, 198.2. Around 4%. From 8%, this number has gone down to 4%, right? Of this number, right? And the TRAI reported number is this. So that is the delta. 206.2 minus 198 is 8. And their postpaid, including M2M, is this. And the M2M subscriber, you can extract out from the TRAI report. Bharti actually has given the report, has been stating this number explicitly, but I have extracted this from the TRAI report because I don't have that line item because of Vodafone. So I get their postpaid subscriber numbers here, right? Now, how do they calculate ARPU, friends? Vodafone does not give a wireless separate ARPU. Now look at this. If you go to Vodafone report, you will find, Vodafone does not give the wireless revenue. They give gross revenue, and that gross revenue, I am assuming, is for all operation. Unlike in case of Airtel, which gives you wireless revenue separately, right? So if you go to Vodafone again, you will see that this is the gross revenue numbers, which I have listed out from their quarterly report. So what I have assumed, friend, I am assuming that this wireless revenue correction factor from gross revenue could be 0.88, means 88%, 88.5%. Why I have done that? Because I did some back calculation to figure out how much should be the wireless revenue which will result in this revenue number, this ARPU number which Vodafone Idea reports. And this number is, let me give you the ARPU number, average revenue per user blended, this number, 164. So how did I calculate that? This number is nothing but this number multiplied by this number comes out to be 94,469, right? Million, right? Now, so this, if you divide this multiply by this is this, right? So you come out with this number. Now, how did I calculate 164? Because I have to show that this number, how did I get this number? So I got this number from dividing this number 97,469 by 192.2, assuming that this is the reference line for calculation of ARPU, and I get 164, and I get 164, 157, 148, and if you see here, it roughly matches here of the ARPU of the blended, right? So that's how I got it. Now, how did I get this number, this ARPU? Customer ARPU excluding M2M, which is this 175, 173. It is not exactly matching here. What I have done is I have subtracted the M2M subscriber numbers here, which is how much? These numbers from this, and divided this, and I am getting a number 179, 178, 170, 159, and you will see that it is matching, not exactly matching. There is a 4 rupees difference, right, friends? So that's the situation that we are in, friends. And I have no clue what is going on. Reliance, I can't do anything because Reliance has a very simple, because if you look at their report, I can't make anything out from their report because this is an integrated report along with other businesses, right? So I can't really extract and I can't do any ARPU calculation here. But Reliance's, if you see here, what Reliance actually has done is, if you see their reporting, that is their to the stock market, and if you add all the numbers of the TRAI report, wireless, wireline, and FWA, it exactly matches. You see, it exactly matches. And the TRAI report M2M has been extracted out separately. I do not know whether this number is part of this or not. Do you understand this now, friends? How confusing this whole issue is all about. And that is why, friends, I did that video to trigger a discussion. And I'm glad that somebody came out and gave. But the response that was given here, which is Bharti does not include, but other wireless operators include. But I am confused whether the other operators also include or not. Even Bharti includes or not. And if they don't include, then what happens to this whole thing? Why there is a difference between the TRAI reporting and that reporting? Because there should not be any difference, because I am assuming that this includes prepaid and postpaid individual subscribers, and M2N should not be included. Similarly, the TRAI report should exactly match with the quarterly report, right or not? Do you agree with me? Same thing should apply to Vodafone Idea. It should exactly match. Why there is a difference, and such a huge difference? So friends, I thought of doing this video to tell everybody that don't take this number at face value. Don't take this number, because these numbers are confusing. There is no definition. There is absolutely no definition. Neither TRAI says any definition. No note is given. No explanation is given. They just throw the numbers right in front of you to break your head, right? So that's all. This is a frustration, friends. Look at the kind of mess that we have created for ourselves. You can't really make out what is going on. And if anybody has got any better insight, I'll be very glad to learn from that individual that why these numbers are so different. Thank you, friends, for your time, and I'll come back with a new video next time. Thanks for listening till the end.